Hey, don't throw needless punches. Control those elbows. He's looking for wrist control the whole time. Roll your wrist. Roll your wrist. There you go. Pummel it back in. Pummel it back in.
Let's go, bro.
Give me a couple breaths, Chris. Give me a couple breaths. Deep breaths on him. He's not getting that. Go, Nick. You're fine. You're fine. Relax, relax.
There you go.
He ain't got it. He hasn't got it.
Break that shit. Fucking tap is that.
Nice. Nice.
That didn't phase you.
I want you to control those biceps for me, Chris. Control those biceps. Stay back in and control the bicep. Don't let him come in and wrist control on you. Stand him up, Josh.
Yo, Nick, you ain't liking it.
Come on, come on. Give me 2 deep breaths right now. 2 deep breaths. Control the bicep now.
Where comes up and guard, Nick?
Don't let him hold on like that. Take that back out.
Pick him up, Rev. Let's go. Pick him up.
Come on. 2 minutes. Stand him up.
Send him up.
Stand out, Chris. There you go, advance your position. Work it over.
He ain't passing.
Work it over.
Hit him in the head. Hit him in the head. Sweep.
Get up. Step back away.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. Use your head.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Dig it back out and control that elbow, Chris. Don't let him have that high on. Suck in, back, suck in. Alright. Hey, you're in that corner, so that head control's not going to do you much good. Hey. Push it back, Chris. Don't let him hold it on there. Push it back with your hips. Heels to hips.
You got it. You got it. You got this, Nick. You got this, baby. Yeah. You got this. That's good. Stand up and fuck it up. Elbow.
Hey,
She's scared. She's scared.
shadow in. Good. Keep him straight. Just rotate.
Go, Nick.
You're all right. He's on the fence on us.
Take him down. Yeah!
Get your hips out.
One time. Pass the guard. Yeah! There! He's fucking in!
Hey, you're just blowing your energy, Chris.
Pound it, fool!
Good. All right. Now, keep working that way. Wrist control, head control. Wrist control, head control. Push his head down and get back out. Hey, Chris.
Go, Nick.
Wrist control, head control.
Pass the guard again.
Give me
Pass
2
the
deep
guard
breaths,
again.
Chris. 2 deep breaths.
Yeah! Pass that shit. Yeah!
Good. Chris, just don't hold on that. Let's go. Get some head control. Push that head from one side to the other. Kick him out.
Pass again. Pass!
Hey, Chris. When he he's trying to pass over there, you can come out.
Pass.
Punch him in, Nick. You got to punch him.
Yeah! Kick! Get some kick!
Hey, get out! Get out!
Come on!
Get
Kick!
out! Get out! Get out!
Kick!
Hey,
Yeah!
good, man.
That's what we want!
Don't forget your back to kick.
Don't forget to kick! Don't kick! Let's fucking ass up! You work for that position, you deserve that shit! Yeah!
Keep kicking.
Come on, baby! We got this, bro!
Yeah, keep kicking, Nick. Keep kicking. Kicking it, kicking it.
He ain't got it! He ain't got it! Fuck yeah!
Pull it, Nick. Pop it. Pop that motherfucker.
He ain't got it!
Hey, come on, Nick.
Go, bro! You're out! You're out already! You're out! Get there! Pound it! Pound it! Fucking out! Pound it! Yeah! Yeah! Pound it! Fucking got
We
it,
go on
baby!
here. Oh, pass, Nick, pass.
Punch your elbows now, go, Nick! And then pass. Punch elbows and pass.
That ain't shit. Chris, I want you to turn back in. Post his leg and turn back in.
Let's go, Nick. You're ahead. You're fucking good.
Come on, Chris. Come on.
You got position, baby. Work your position.
Chris, give me some breath. Breathe there, Chris.
Yeah! Take it back! Take it back!
Get out. He's
Try
fucked
and
up,
go.
man. He's done.
Punch him!
Get away from him, Josh. Let it go. Work on it, Chris. Work on it. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
Hey, the cut's fine. It ain't shit. It ain't shit.
Roll that. Hey, you gotta get to control those biceps and those strikes, Chris.
Go, Nick.
Attack him,
You're
Chris.
winning that
Attack
fight, bro.
He's just stalling down there. He's holding. Come on. Chris. You're fine.
You got this, Nick. You got this.
He's going for that shoulder like you see it all day. It's all right. It's all right. Come on, Nick. Draw your elbow to your hip. Hey, control. Bicep control, Chris. Bicep control. Fuck those little punches. You should do it. Come on, Chris. Pressure out, Chris. Pressure out. Chris, listen. Take 2 deep breaths, then posture up. Hey, those. Fuck those punches. Come on, Chris. Finish it. You're all right. You're all right. Come on, Chris. Pull out. Stand him up. Inactivity, man. Come on, Chris. You gotta attack that out. Stand him up. Hey, stand him up. There you go. Hey, breathe. Hey. Now get into it, Chris. Get into it. You get the jab. You got this energy. Go, man. Everything up. Jab. Jab him. Jab him.
Very good fight. Okay, here we go.
Blaine just comes right out.
Takes the center of the ring. Nick throws a kick. Blaine chops his base leg out from under him. Nick's back on his feet. Trading, and we're in the clinch.
Looks like Blaine there is certainly ready to go. I mean, he's coming out aggressive.
Yeah, and Muay Thai fighters are very experienced in the clinch, but it's a little bit different of a game. They are allowed takedowns, but not to the extent that MMA fighters.
Well, he's working it.
Blaine needs to be very careful about exposing his back. He's getting half turned, and he doesn't want Nick going under. That's dangerous right there. If Nick goes, yeah, Nick tried to go under there. All right, we're back clinched up. That's just a matter of a difference between the sports, and I'm sure Blaine will get that worked out.
You're referring to his going over the top of Nick's?
Yeah, grabbing Nick's head. That means Nick can slide under his arm and take his back. He needs to stay right here under the arm and keep Nick blocked from taking his back. Both fighters looking for a little bit of takedowns and trading knees. There we go. Nick's going to be looking to get this on the ground.
Nick's getting those knees in there. But Blaine continues to strike, and there it is.
Okay, let's see what Blaine's ground game looks like. Not, well, he was fully mounted. Nice reversal right into the armbar almost. Dropping some short elbows.
Elbows there, yep.
Nick's got full guard, and he is very dangerous from this position. Blaine needs to be very careful. Nick's coming up. There it is. There, he's got full arm bar.
God, he's got the thing.
Nope. There it is. He kicks over.
Oh, this is it.
Nick was waiting for it. And there's
look at that.
Full arm bar.
Oh, come on. Come on,
I can't believe
Blaine.
he's not submitting from that. Nick yelling that it's broken. The ref waiting to see. Blaine doesn't appear to be in.
Yeah, he looks. You see his face from where we're sitting,
and he's dropping some bombs from that position. Oh my gosh! I don't know how he's doing that. That arm was locked out. Boy, that is one tough guy. Transitions right back in. We've got a triangle choke going on now.
What was his? Look at this.
Back to armbar. Wow, Blaine
does not seem to be affected by that at all.
He's got quite the high tolerance of pain. I can't believe he escaped that armbar. I don't think Nick can either. We're back in full guard. Blaine trying to drop some short elbows again. And Nick is back on the arm. Although at this point, I think he's wondering what he needs to do to finish that.
I don't know. You ever grappled with Gumby?
Exactly. All right, Blaine working to pass. Nick goes for a sweep, doesn't get it. Transitions to the back. Both hooks in. Nick is just unbelievable on the ground. Just phenomenal ground skills. And he's working for Kimura lock from the back. Blaine's defending it.
It's hard to see where he's
trying to slide Nick down on his head, get him too high and pop out that back. But Nick's working that arm. Drops a couple bombs. Well, I don't think you'd call those bombs. But
no, looks like striking to the back of the head there.
There you go. Boy, Blaine appears very comfortable on the ground and certainly has an incredible pain tolerance, and there it is. Nick's got Kimura right there.
Looks like he has a good solid base, Blaine.
Boy,
look at that. What is...
I don't know what to say about that. He's got to be incredible stress on his shoulder at this point. Nick, oh okay. Man, how elusive is that? Nick's got to be getting frustrated at this point.
Triangle there. That is deep. Well, I guess Nick's just going to make his way through the submission hold to see which one works.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to go through the encyclopedia. Unbelievable. Look, head down. I can't see if the arm's across, but, oh, man. Blaine picking him up to slam him. Nick defends.
Picking him up by his neck, mind you.
Look at him. He's just going to work his way out of that.
And that is sunk in there.
Unbelievable. Mounted triangle now. Let's see if he can get out. Exposes his back.
Goes over now. He's taking the arm.
Nick has got to be frustrated at this point. Round two. Let's see what this brings. Blaine again takes the center of the ring.
If it's anything like the first round, this is going to be good.
Yeah, Nick's got to be wondering what he needs to do to put him away. That was incredible. Blaine's looking a little winded.
Wish we were sitting next to Nick's corner so we could have heard what they had to say during the break there.
Oh, nice left hand by Nick. Blaine just throwing leg kicks at this point, as is his style. Sure, Nick's going to be looking to get him down again. Nice left hand again.
Another
nice combo. I think Blaine's a little gassed, and reasonably so. Had to take something out of him escaping those submissions.
They're not even attempting to escape him. I mean, actually.
Yeah, really.
Oh, look at that. Nice combination.
And Blaine smiles. This is one tough cookie. Nick's going to, looks like, try to work stand-up.
Yeah, I think he's given up on the ground game.
Submissions aren't working on this guy. I think I'll have to try to knock him out.
Well, if his pain tolerance is anything like it is on the ground, he's going to be a difficult guy to knock out.
Yeah. Boy, Nick landed that combo, and he just smiled at him. I think he truly enjoyed it. Clinched up on the ropes. Nick takes him down again. Well, let's see what Nick pulls out of his hat on this one.
And it's just, wow.
Standard AKP position. And
look at this.
Full mount and just...
Blaine better do something here. He is in trouble. And Dean stepping in almost. Come on. He's not. There it is.
There it is.
Yep. Dean stepping in. Good call. Stop it.
Yeah, I don't think. Herb Dean bows them in, and we're on. The last fight of the semifinals. Jeremy Jackson will be taking on the winner of this fight for the finals and title of King of the Mountain.
It's kind of an unorthodox stance that Nick has there.
You know, I haven't seen him use it before. I think he's been working on his boxing skills, and
that's not a boxing stance.
Well, it's a baiting stance, but he needs to keep that right hand up, I think. But Nick is a very confident fighter. He may be just trying to open Adam up with that. Nice kick. Nice kick. Not much on it, but Adam returns. Nick gives a push kick.
Kind of just filling each other out right now.
Yeah, this is a big fight. Both these fighters are very skilled. I don't think either one wants to make a mistake. Nick's starting to get busy, though. Adam's in on the clinch.
Knee from Nick. Nick's been pretty effective in using the knees in the clinch these last 2 fights.
Yeah, Nick's just very well rounded.
He was getting them in on Blaine.
I'm excited to see what happens if this goes to the ground.
And
well, it does.
We'll find out right now.
My prayers have been answered.
God, that mat must be hard. You hear that one? Every time they hit the ground, you can hear that thud. It's solid.
We've got here Nick looking very comfortable on his back. Nice quick kick. He's up.
You notice Adam stalks his opponent when they're on the ground.
Yeah, he's looking for that opening. I think both fighters are making a liar of me again. I'm not having much luck.
Ooh, almost pushing him out. Nick manages to stay in the ring.
Nick defending that knee.
The Battle Gone, rather.
Battle Gone. I like that name.
I do too. I like it a lot. And it looks like it too, you know. I mean, this is a great looking ring. I don't know if you can, if the audience can see it from the camera angles, but from here live, it's a great looking ring.
Well, I may get another chance to see some ground game from these two fighters. Adam takes Nick down. Nick's got full guard. Again, he's very dangerous from here, but this is not new area to Adam either. Oh! Nick shoots for that armbar. Adam defends. Nick's going for a triangle. Nope.
And there
triangle
on. Diaz comes out aggressively.
Good. He sees everything coming. He's pushing the kicks away. I like the defense like that. I have my hands also there because you stop the punches and the kicks before they, just after they take off.
Diaz not wasting any time here against Inoue.
No. It's like El Niño. He's going.
He's going.
That's the same academy here.
Good body shots early on. Getting a couple of knees on the inside.
Stalking. Nice. Watch out for the counter, though.
Inoue's best punch so far.
Yeah, but he comes every time he comes back with that left. You got to watch out there.
Diaz measuring him off well.
Oh, big one
Nice.
there. You know, he's giving them, but he's wide open at sometimes. He needs to watch out.
Some blood from Inoue. See around his nose there. Eating a couple of those punches by Diaz.
See, he sees everything coming real fast. That's nice.
Look at this.
Grabbing the kick and then go for a body shot. You see, that's, you shouldn't do that. Why would you take him? Let him miss. Pop, 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 step out.
breathe along with Nick Diaz at home.
That's the thing here, you know, in Japan, you can't, there's no music, there's no people screaming, you can hear the fighters breathing. You can even almost hear them opening and closing their eyes. Yeah. I said, what's that? Those are their eyelids.
Well, Inoue has flinched a bit here in the first round.
Oh, big left there.
That's one of his best swings.
Yeah, Diaz has to watch out for it.
Well, Inoue's shown that big punch. He's not quite landed. He had one solid one early.
Now there was a little bobbing and weaving there by Diaz, which is good.
Diaz has mixed it up, working the body well and then continuing to keep the tempo in his favor, working the uppercuts now.
Body shot again.
It's what I like about watching Diaz fight. He doesn't waste too many opportunities. He'll work the body if you give it to him.
He just goes all over the place.
See, some of these guys, they always want to go for that head shot, don't they? They always want to hit you in the head.
They don't realize that if you hit the body hard, oh, those body shots are going to hurt.
No,
there, another one.
And again, you can see a little bit of redness, it appears, from what we're watching here on the right side of Inoue.
Yeah, and
he was hanging on. He was hanging on to the ropes, or he would have gone down sooner in that takedown by Diaz.
Yeah, and Inoue said he wanted to do the ground and pound. It looks the other way around right now.
Yeah, he may have something different to say after this fight.
Yeah.
You can see the nose busted open here by the punches of Diaz.
See, and again, goes to the body, then to the head, throws everything hard. Not those little soft setup punches, I call them. No. Setup punches need to be as hard as you can, so they need to block them. And once they have to block them, the face opens up. Nice here. By Inoue getting up there. Why that is, I have no clue. Let me see. They're probably going to check the cut or the nose. Yeah.
We resume action now here in the first round.
There we go again. Comes forward. Pop, pop, pop.
And there's Diaz again, just smacking away.
Hey.
Inoue will stand right in there with him, though. Interesting to see two southpaws like this swing.
Nice. Wow, the outside leg trip. Very nice.
Look at this. Diaz will hold him up.
I'm sorry.
Well, apparently it's not allowed. He was aiming for the head. Send your answer in to HD.net.
Yeah.
MMA feedback at HD.net. Nice combinations here.
Inoue flashes that kick.
Yeah.
Comes up short with it, but again, gets a couple of punches in on Diaz. Diaz has to be careful of that.
Tight clinch. Oi. Wow, look at this back and forth. You know, it's like a struggle. Who's the strongest? He should have played his game.
Another good left. Two good lefts by Inoue.
Yeah, Diaz can do so much more damage if he comes in, pop, 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 and he steps out. Then he can do the same amount of damage without getting hit himself.
Well, you can see right there some of the redness on the right side of Inoue. He's taken those body shots throughout this first round.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's the operative word there, is it taken, and he's still taking and giving some in return.
It's all about the moment. At the moment your opponent breathes in, that's the moment you want to deliver a body shot. And there's not a lot of a punishment that you can have then at that moment.
Diaz.
And he just continues with the onslaught. Oh, he's getting close now.
Diaz looks like he could finish this fight.
Yep. Yeah.
If he stays with this here.
Yeah, he's out.
Inoue is down. He's confused. Diaz can finish it off.
What is the time here?
Diaz again and again. How's he standing up right now? Diaz. Oh, there's the towel thrown in. It's over.
Let's fight.
Here we go. Denny quickly to the center.
Stockton Arena shaking down to its very foundation. An unbelievable response for the hometown hero, Nick Diaz.
Denny's got good stand-up skill and good kickboxing skill. Diaz thought he would kickbox him, kicking the legs out, trying to stand him up.
Watch that head coming in, Thomas.
But instead, he went for the takedown. Oh!
My good friend, noted MMA journalist Sam Kaplan calls Thomas Denny the Crash Davis of MMA. 37 years old, has never really escaped the AAA leagues, but here it is, national television. He wants to pull off the huge upset.
There's a cut kick by Denny. What's Diaz's strategy here, Frank?
Well, his strategy is to box, to keep the range and to box, to damage him, tire him out, and to try to set up some kind of KO. I think it's kind of immature. I think he needs to take it to the ground, work some ground game, fatigue him out, get some good positions. But he's intent on this stand-up, bang-it-out game.
He is a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Now Diaz with
He's going for
Denny.
a Kimura lock. He's going for a little bit of an elbow-shoulder lock there.
He is very dangerous no matter what position he finds himself in on the ground. And as you mentioned, Frank, good escape by Thomas Denny. No slouch in the ground.
Now he's going for the armbar.
Yeah, Diaz is advancing that position, but Denny keeps spinning around and getting his hips on top. That's where he needs to stay for this fight.
Diaz told us that his opponents are scared of his jiu-jitsu skills. One of the reasons that we've seen a lot of his stand-up lately. Well, Denny is definitely taking it to wherever Diaz wants to go so far here early in round one.
Well, this is the fight that the Wild Man wanted to fight. Fast and explosive. Those explosive movements he thought would damage Diaz. Diaz is more of the methodical, patient, kind of slow fighter, whereas Denny's got the edge. If he keeps it fast, he keeps it wild.
In the past, Diaz has struggled making the 160-pound weight limit. He came in for one 160-pound fight at 169. Denny, during the pre-fight conversations, made sure that Diaz would come in shape at the proper weight. If not, he wouldn't have fought it.
Well, Diaz made a statement coming in a half-pound under the 160-pound weight limit for this fight, and so far Denny doing a good job mixing it up with elbows, and now Diaz going to work with his boxing.
Yeah, those elbows were working, but he's got to jab in. He's got to get in with the elbow. He's not moving his head to throw that elbow. He's staying right there, and he's getting countered with punches.
Give credit to Denny's making it an entertaining fight here in round one.
He always does, and he's got his nail polish matching his hair today.
Round one scheduled for 3. Nick Diaz in black, Thomas Wildman Denny in the pink shorts. I think that's the first time I've ever said that in a combat sport.
I think they prefer salmon color. Is that?
Call it what you want. They're banging. Uh-oh.
Denny in trouble now. He backs up. Diaz, very patient. Denny, wobbly legs. Diaz moving in. A lot of time here. Denny has expended a lot of energy trying to make this a quick pace. Nice jab by Diaz. In the clinch, Denny with the knee. Now dirty boxing.
Well, Diaz is controlling this right now, but he's just got to be careful he doesn't run into either a big punch or an elbow, because he's known for his cuts. He's been cut in the past. He's got to be extra cautious of that.
Short right hand, Superman punch getting through for Denny, but it doesn't faze Diaz. He comes back with the left hand.
And I can guarantee that Superman never wore pink.
He may have. We don't know. So Denny's got to get off this cage. This is where Diaz has an advantage with his wrestling and his height, pulling him down, working that boxing on the inside. Hey, he's listening to me. All right.
A minute remaining in the first round. Diaz backing off Denny.
It may not be the most entertaining strategy or most smart strategy to employ for Thomas Denny, but he's making this an entertaining fight.
That's the shot we were looking for.
And Denny goes down. He's hurt. Denny in trouble. Diaz pouring it on in front of the hometown fans. 39 seconds to go. Oh, he takes a right hand.
And Denny's been fighting his whole life.
And the Stockton Arena's ready to explode.
"19 seconds. Nick Diaz going to the body now. Looks like Denny will survive the first round.
Quick punch followed by an elbow by Diaz.
Wow! Great action here. Nick Diaz, wild man Denny, going for broke. Then Stockton.
This is epic.
Nick Diaz, Thomas Denny.
CompuStrike totals round one. Diaz 75 of 127 punches landed. Denny 23 of 70.
Wow. Short punches really landed for Diaz. He hits him with a right hook.
He's feeling it. He
puts it together. Oh my goodness. Denny in trouble. Diaz punches in bunches. Left hand sends Denny down. Pop round. Pound. And it's over.
And the eruption begins.
Diaz in the black trunks. Gomi, the superstar in the white and red, immediately goes for the takedown.
Surprisingly, I expected Gomi to sort of try and line up his opponent for one of those line drive shots. Diaz working the double wrist lock, makes a mistake. Gomi almost goes right to the armbar counter. Now staying on top, raining down punches. Diaz looking to work his guard and try and find some leeway for a submission.
Gomi needs a breath. Diaz needs a breath of air here. Gomi like a blanket all over him.
Diaz finally getting that little break that he needed because Gomi wants to bring it back to his feet.
Nice pass by Gomi, coming behind the right hand, showing one and following with the other. Again, same tactic.
Well, Diaz did not expect this. He is in immediate hot water.
Diaz has to make an immediate adjustment. He's got to start moving. Right now, you see he's not moving his hips at all. He's just content to stay as he gets repositioned in the center ring. He's just content to lay on his back. He can't do that with a guy like Gomi.
He's being reactionary.
Exactly. He can't do that with a guy like Gomi. You have to get him off his offense.
Well, Diaz is going to have to work to get out of this spot of bother. He has been wanting to get into Pride for so long and prove that he belongs in this upper echelon of fighters. And I guess if he can extricate himself and win this fight, he'll prove a lot of people wrong.
Diaz there working the closed guard makes me think that what he wants is he's going to pepper Gomi to get him to lift his head and then work some sort of armbar triangle like he's crawling up right there, getting his hips up. Good opportunity for both, either an armbar or a triangle, but Gomi posturing high, staying strong, and getting out of bad position.
You have to remember, too, that Diaz is such a tall fighter that even though Gomi's sitting up, if he moves his head a little bit, he won't take as much punishment. He's taller than I am at 160 than I am at 183.
5 inches difference. Diaz at 6'1", Gomi at 5'8", back on their feet.
Gomi the southpaw. Let's see if Diaz is going to start staying outside the lead leg and throwing the straight hand. Well, actually, my mistake.
And by Diaz. Gomi continues on, but he's getting hurt.
Shot by Gomi.
He's got to survive. Diaz has got to survive here. He's got to tie him up and keep him getting stung some more.
Gomi wins the battle on the feet, stuns Diaz, and now trying to finish off the Californian on the mat.
Nice pass by Gomi, staying behind, not looking to put hooks in, just punish his opponent. You know, this is a good position for Gomi. He needs to capitalize on that because on the feet, while he did knock him down, Diaz is the much more accurate and controlled fighter. Going again for the double wrist lock, looking for an armbar, but it ain't can't even come close this time.
Gomi swings and misses there, and Diaz is lucky he did.
There's a lot of trouble, as you see him on top of the Rockstar logo. And that you have to understand, as a fighter, you're looking for the perfect spot to finish a guy. And right over there in that corner, as they restart him on the feet, right over in that corner, it's very tacky. It's a very sticky mat there, so it's keep Diaz from moving as much.
Sure enough, Gomi needs to watch out for that distance, and Diaz being very nice and controlled, peppering and landing very accurate shots, trying to avoid the bombs. Gomi got definitely a power fighter.
Bombs going both ways, Josh and Frank.
Oh, good stepping by Nick. He was getting a little bit of trouble. He stepped in, now he's going to body lock and slow Gomi down a little bit.
Diaz needs to break off of this attack. Look, it's just a complete slobber knocker out there.
What an amazing first round. People expected it to be something special, and it is. Oh, Gomi, is he fading? Is he just playing possum against the ropes?
Taking shots on the chin. Diaz putting him down there, wobbling him.
Gomi's hands down by his side. Diaz punching at will.
That knee looked a little low, but Diaz really picking his opponent apart.
Gomi's hands just dropped. Diaz has full reign over that head. And now Gomi comes back. 1 minute to go in the first round.
Gomi he's not hitting him hard. That's the problem, is that Gomi's not getting hit hard enough to make him put his hands up.
Oh, I'm waiting for Gomi to snap.
He's not as pretty as Mayweather here, but if he can land that shot again and put Diaz down, he can get right back in this fight. Oh, nice hooks by Gomi. Uppercut by Diaz. They're just brushing each other.
Where are Gomi's hands? Where's his defense?
Hand on the rope, looking fatigued, taking more shots behind the ear.
Diaz could step back and take a roundhouse kick to the head and be wide open there.
Yeah, I agree. Diaz has a decent kicking game. He should look to that. Gomi looking just for that bomb from left field.
Oh, just about 10 seconds to go. What is this Gomi's doing here?
He's exhausted.
Referee Noguchi looking has to be full of fire beginning the second round.
See, this is the thing about Diaz. He loves to fight. Fighting is in his spirit and his soul. He loves a battle like this.
You know, Diaz, he'll take him, he'll give him. He just loves being out there, blood running down his face in the heat of battle.
And this is exactly where he wants Gomi. He didn't have time to finish him in round one, but with only a minute between rounds, Gomi's still hurting, still in trouble. Diaz has over 4.5 minutes now to finish him.
He's Gomi looking like a wet rag out there. Tired, still landing heavy shots, though. Diaz got to make sure he doesn't get overconfident.
That's my question there. You're right.
As you notice, as soon as he got hit really hard, he felt himself get a little dangerous. Stepped into that bear hug.
Look at the blood running off the
You know, Diaz is in a great position to hit the German suplex here and maybe put Gomi on his back, which has been a real obstacle in his career and where he's lost his fights.
They are going to halt for a moment and check the cut. You saw the blood of Diaz running down the arm of Gomi.
Now, here's the question for you. As a fighter, Josh, you're beating the guy up, okay, and then you get cut and you have to stop the fight for a cut, even though you're winning the fight. I mean, it is bad. Gomi has some over his back. Diaz is all over his body.
Right. Here's what's going to happen. Diaz is going to come out like a man possessed. He's going to try and put this fight down and over.
Oh, gee, that knee just is what forced Nick to step in. As you come back into live action right now, look at the cut on Nick's underneath his right eye.
But it's under the eye. If he can stay on his feet, he'll be okay.
Exactly, but you know, I'm worried about that swelling and blocking his vision.
Well, both eyes are cut, one over, one under, and so Diaz has to work quickly, like you mentioned, Frank, or he'll be blind.
And once your eyes start to swell shut, the refs get to step in for fighter safety to stop it.
And Gomi is trying to signal the referee, Daisuke Noguchi, that I can't fight this guy. He's hurt too badly.
Well, if that's the case, then Gomi needs to step inside and start banging him out.
Yeah.
Clearly doesn't need to fight anymore.
Exactly. Put him down. If you think this fight should be over, then finish it. And Gomi, you know what? Line up that left overhand, that left hook. He can't see it coming. Nice double.
That's what Gomi wanted.
Oh, Scott, great to give him applause. And see how flexible Nick Diaz is? He's got Gomi in a whole world of trouble right here. He can finish him.
We're about to find out.
And what a big jump in competition for Aina. Anything can happen.
Aina's coming in confident, though.
Nothing to lose.
Diaz's last opponent was Gomi, and he beat him, but Aina said that he feels that he's a harder puncher than Gomi.
He's brought a lot of boxing guys in, a lot of southpaws.
Goes without saying, Aina has to keep this one close. He has to get the advantage inside with the dirty boxing, but with Nick Diaz, easier said than done. Nice shoulder strike by Diaz. Finding his rhythm here early, delivering some knees as the two come apart. It looks like we have a wardrobe malfunction for Mike Aina.
All right. Time, fight.
We can already see his boobies.
I like how Mike Aina goes low then high, body then head. He's really mixing up his levels of strikes.
Good technical boxing skills.
You think the 6-month layoff, the forced hiatus, has hurt Nick Diaz any?
It's too early to tell, really.
Cardio-wise, I'd say absolutely not because of the triathlons and the Ironman he's been doing. But, you know, and him training at the gym all the time with his brother and everybody else there, I think it's kept him on top of his game. But ring rust, we'll see.
Aina tags him with the right hand. Good job of avoiding Nick Diaz momentarily. Diaz has him pinned along the fence.
Right now, I'm liking Aina in the standing mode. He's giving a lot of angles, really hard to hit, and he's landing, especially to the body.
Let's not forget what Iron Mike Aina has sacrificed to be here tonight, making his Elite XC debut. He's put off his honeymoon, guys. He was married in August, but getting a chance to fight here on Showtime against Nick Diaz. He must have a very understanding bride.
Yeah, apparently. Got the call 7 weeks ago, and he just jumped on it.
And he just tagged Diaz with a right hand.
Diaz is kind of sleepwalking right here.
A somnambulant Nick Diaz.
What?
What he said.
I don't think Quadros can say that.
Knee strike up the middle by Diaz, but you're right. Diaz seems to be very methodical, a little flat-footed, but now trying to pick apart Aina. But Aina doing what he needs to do now, delivering all kinds of bombs at Nick Diaz.
Aina connected with a big right hand, but it didn't even stagger Diaz. We know Diaz can take a shot. We knew that after his fight with Gomi, because Gomi hit him with everything.
Nick Diaz has been involved in some of the more memorable mixed martial arts contests. Diego Sanchez, Karo Parisian, and of course, his last fight against Takanori Gomi in Pride Fighting Championships final show in America. You're saying you'd like to see a rematch between Takanori Gomi and Nick Diaz right here in Elite XC?
Especially here at Elite XC. But I'll tell you what, Diaz has got to get through Aina first.
I think there may be a little bit of machismo. Knowing how good Diaz is on the ground, he seems to want to make a point standing, because realistically, I think he should take this fight to the floor.
Neutralizing Aina's left arm, trying to pepper him with strikes, but look at Aina building confidence, delivering with authority.
That was a slip.
Yeah, Diaz doesn't look phased at all. It looks like he's just being methodical in his attack.
But he's got to be careful. It's about effective striking, and Aina has been able to land periodically here in round one, while it looks like Nick Diaz wants to just get the round under his belt, Stephen.
Yeah, but he landed a couple shots about 10, 15 seconds ago. He landed a sneaky left uppercut, and it looks like Aina is fading just a little bit from the pace.
And Bill, you know that Diaz can maintain this pace for 3 rounds after what you just mentioned, finishing third in a triathlon in California. High-level athlete.
And no question, when you have the cardio, you can afford to toy with your opponent at times, because you can go the distance.
And really, it's the cardio now, the world-class level of MMA, that separates the contenders from the pretenders. And Aina, very game athlete, staying in the pocket with Nick Diaz.
The problem for Aina is that Nick Diaz has such an incredible chin that he may only be getting warmed up right now.
And a very big reach advantage as well. And there, the tie clinch, knee up the middle. But it really just looks like, for Nick Diaz, it was almost a sparring round for him. He wanted to get his feet wet, come back after 6 months, feel out his opponent, and Aina wants to finish in a flurry. A boring decision. Mike Aina lives by that philosophy. Nice body kick by Diaz. And it doesn't appear that Diaz is in any kind of trouble, but just he's going along his business, and another glove problem for Mike Aina.
But there's a slight difference in this round. Diaz is coming forward. Diaz is the stalker.
Now Aina coming back, trying to rattle the cage, and he rocks Nick Diaz. The crowd erupts here in Hawaii.
A clean knockdown for Iron Mike.
And if that's not going to give Aina confidence, I don't know what will. He puts Diaz on his back, and now with this, wake up Nick Diaz and force him to push the pace.
The problem with that, though, is when you have a guy fighting Diaz, he may get over anxious when he sees Diaz in trouble. But Diaz can go a long, long time.
And he can come back and end a fight. Aina's got to be careful of that left knee in the clinch.
I'm very impressed with Iron Mike Aina so far. And according to our information that we received, Iron Mike Aina won round 1 on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards. Interesting stat.
And it looks like he's winning round 2.
Iron Mike is explosive. He kind of crabs up and gets that left shoulder forward, and Nick should take advantage of that and throw a right low kick.
Diaz again eats another right hand, and this, Mike Aina, knowing that, you know, it's the highly anticipated debut of Nick Diaz. He's a fighter. He wants to make a name for himself in Elite XC. No better place to do it than in his home of Hawaii, and right now, he is definitely giving Nick Diaz a run for his money.
One thing that Nick Diaz does, he throws a lot of soft punches to gauge the reaction of his opponent. And then when he sees he doesn't react, he loads up.
I'm very impressed with Aina's power, guys.
And so far, it doesn't look like Diaz is doing enough to exploit his reach advantage.
No, he's not. I think Nick should try and get a Muay Thai clinch. Cup the head and bring that head down into the knee.
Knowing how much of a world-class fighter Diaz is, Bill, do you think Aina's getting into his head a bit, or?
No, I don't. He's been in this position many a time before. It's just a different guy that he's facing.
But Diaz is making an adjustment here. He's definitely trying to get this fight to the floor. And he should.
He has many tools in his toolbox, and you're right. So far in the stand-up, very close affair. Shoulder strike there. Aina doing a good job of restricting his arm. Now Diaz peppering the body with shots, trying to position him for the takedown, it seems, and instead wants to just dirty box with Aina, and Aina responds in kind.
Boy, Diaz is like a fly. He is always on you, doesn't give you any room to breathe.
Aina's got to be real careful with the guillotine.
Very careful. Is constant. One thing about Nick Diaz is he's constantly moving, constantly throwing strikes. And while Aina wants to hit the home run, it's Nick Diaz.
Oh, great body shot by Aina.
But yet he's still getting picked apart by Nick Diaz, and that's something we shouldn't sell short. Nick Diaz is scoring with those strikes.
He is, and cardio will be the ultimate test in this contest.
Well, if that's the case, then, we've got to lean towards Diaz here.
Diaz has been cut.
But Iron Mike fires back, and Nick has got to stop that, because Nick has got to know that with that knockdown, he's got to try and steal this round to be competitive in this fight.
Final minute of round two. It's the jab of Nick Diaz, the power shots of Mike Aina. Aina has cut Diaz. He's knocked him down. Looking for the trip takedown was Diaz.
If Diaz just sat down and rolled, he could get him on the floor.
And that's exactly what he does.
But he's only got 30 seconds to deal with.
It's plenty of time for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wizard of Nick Diaz. We've seen it before, Bill, here. He's got them out, going for the back.
This is not good for Aina.
Will this be enough time? Diaz restricting the airflow. 10 seconds remaining in the round. Is Nick Diaz going to come back in this fight and seal it with a submission? The clock is his own worst enemy right now.
If Diaz can stay in this, he's going to win the fight.
I think that second round was incredibly hard to score. I might give it to Aina because of the knockdown, because he controlled more of the round time-wise.
What does Diaz have to do a better job of here, knowing only 5 minutes left? What does he have to do to take this fight back?
He needs to get Aina on the floor, bottom line.
Pressure, 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 pressure.
Conversely, for Iron Mike Aina, the upstart here, the Hawaiian, on the verge of maybe the biggest win of his career, what does he have to do to maintain his confidence and not get too emotional, not start to pressure unnecessarily?
Well, he's got to stay out of the clinch of which he's in right now, and he's got to keep this fight standing. Because standing, all he has to do is move around. He's got such a weird peekaboo style. It's been frustrating Nick in the early part of this fight. But if it goes to the ground, as we saw, Nick was getting close to a submission at the end of round number 2.
I mean, it looks like Nick Diaz isn't even putting a lot behind those shots, but that's his style. He's landing every one of those strikes and scoring.
Well, what he's doing is trying to get Mike to react, and then he's going to counter that reaction.
And it's an annoyance.
It really is. Alexis Arguello, the great featherweight lightweight champion, used to do the same thing. And as soon as he saw an opening, he would crack a hard shot and knock the guy out.
Nice elbow by Diaz. And he followed it up with an uppercut. Now a knee. A minute and a half gone in the final
Diaz cannot let this go to the scorecards.
I think Diaz is starting to pick up the pace, but Aina immediately responds. He eats an uppercut.
Bill, I agree with that.
Well, that makes me feel really good, Stephen.
Body shots by Aina, and these two are just taking turns, unloading on each other. What a fight in Hawaii!
Wow. Diaz should try and get double underhooks, get his hands locked behind Aina's back, and then take him to the floor.
And Aina's the only true native Hawaiian on the card tonight. What an unbelievable upset it would be for him to win here in his hometown.
Okay, there
Diaz drops down a level, looking for the takedown. Good sprawl by Aina against the fence, trying to drop his weight.
Aina pushing the head down. Beautiful takedown defense there by Iron Mike.
Very impressive takedown defense against Cesar Gracie-trained Nick Diaz.
BJ Penn has to be thrilled with the way this fight is unfolding.
I tell you what, win, lose, or draw, Mike Aina has opened a lot of people's eyes tonight.
And I think secured himself a pretty decent future with Elite XC. A lot of heart, a lot of determination. Nick Diaz making his highly anticipated debut. And really, you guys, what a year it has been in mixed martial arts. The year of the upsets. I know it's cliche, but this one, if it goes the way it may, could be one of the biggest ever.
It could.
Don't jump to it yet, Morrow.
Uh-oh, there he goes.
Down by Diaz.
Now, Diaz has a minute 40 to get this thing done, and he's got the toolbox, as you said, Morrow. Plenty of submissions.
Minute and a half left, and there you see him, not wasting any motion. Diaz going for the back.
And as he closed the second round, he's closing the first round on top of Aina.
This is a problem for Aina.
A big problem.
Yeah, Diaz got both the leg hooks in, going for the rear naked choke.
And if you guys take note, Diaz is in his corner, listening to his corner.
And in that corner, of course, is Cesar Gracie and Victor Galdon. And this could spell big trouble for Mike Aina. Again, the clock ticking down, less than a minute remaining in the fight.
I think the question in my mind is, if this fight does go the distance, even though Nick's got back control for the last minute and a half, is that enough to win the round? I'm thinking not.
A very close fight here between Nick Diaz and Mike Aina. It very well could come down to the final 30 seconds. Who is going to emerge victorious? Of course, the Native Hawaiians, they're booing because, well, Mike Aina is in a very precarious position, but you have to let a technician like Diaz paint his masterpiece.
And he do it with 10, 15 seconds left.
Tenacious, heart, determination. Diaz going for the arm bar underneath. Is he going to literally pull it out now? What a fight!
Winner, Nick Diaz.
And here they go.
Both of them undefeated in Strikeforce. Diaz 5-0. Daley 2-0 with 2 knockout wins. And the trash talking has begun.
Frank, you were in there with Nick.
Yes.
How does this trash talking affect?
You know what it is? It's incredibly distracting. Like, you just can't imagine that he's doing that to you, and he's doing that to you.
There's a left hook by Daley. Diaz. Oh! Daley!
Diaz is moving his head, though.
Well, Daley has to be very careful. That kick almost caught Diaz in the head. That would have been illegal. But Daley all over Diaz.
Daley is jumping on him. The knees and the left hook.
Wonder if we're seeing some rope-a-dope here, my friends.
Nick, though, with that height advantage, does not have a reach advantage. Daley fighting him close.
Cesar Gracie told us that Diaz's overall boxing mechanics were the biggest improvement. The head movement, the footwork. Daley so far short-circuiting that. Now Diaz getting his rhythm, testing that lead leg.
Straight right hand, missing for Daley. Diaz normally in stand-up a combination puncher, Frank Shamrock.
Yeah, right now he's just trying to get Daley to swing and expose himself, get him to reach. He's looking for those holes.
I like how he goes to the body as well. Nick Diaz, CompuStrike's biggest enemy.
This is where I thought Nick Diaz should be hanging out against Paul Daley. Put him in the cage, beat him up, elbows, short punches off the cage.
Now Diaz to the body, left hook by Daley. Diaz back downstairs up top. Daley pinned. Daley in trouble.
Daley looked hurt.
Daley holding on now.
Daley looking for the takedown. Diaz going for the choke.
Now Nick Diaz. What a start.
Very impressive, superlative striking from the Strikeforce welterweight champion.
Now the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt pulls Daley into his guard.
He's controlling his wrists, controlling the posture. Just because Diaz is on his back for you MMA neophytes doesn't mean he's in danger. He is very comfortable from that position, looking for the ankle pick.
Good balance by Daley. Scramble out of that ankle.
Wrestling has always been the Achilles heel for the British fighters. He's been working with Kenny Johnson. One area that Diaz...
Ooh, beautiful straight left hand by Nick Diaz. Backs up Daley. Then he goes to the body with the left hand. Daley left hook, catching Diaz.
Woo! Tremendous action here in San Diego.
Wow!
And Diaz is ripping those body punches to Daley.
You work the body, it opens up the head.
Diaz, elbow strikes.
Taking a page out of his teammate Gilbert Melendez's book.
Daley looks wobbly, a beautiful knee.
Muay Thai from Daley.
And Diaz walks through it. 1-2. They are banging, folks.
This is what the fans anticipated. This is what the fans are getting.
1:30 to go. The Strikeforce World Welterweight title. Oh, Diaz is down. Daley jumping on him.
Diaz was rocked by that punch. And yet is able to recover.
Daley has been great with the knees. Now, ground and pound for Daley. 1:05 to go.
Diaz doing a good job keeping him away with his feet, but he's got to get his head out of that cage and pop up.
But he also ate a huge hammer fist. Now controlling the wrists again. Daley has hurt Nick Diaz, but Diaz's chin has been tested before.
It sure has. Nick's got him in a good open guard position there, and he can flip him over if he gets his other leg underneath him.
Hard to believe how fast this round has flown by. The crowd chanting Diaz in the final 35 seconds.
Now Diaz takes his time, gets up. Daley reloads. 30 seconds to go. Round one scheduled for 5 for the Strikeforce World Welterweight title. Nick Diaz, the champion in white and black. Daley, the challenger in blue. Great body work by Diaz.